Hello, I'm Jolly the Old Saint, doing a commentary of episode 5 of Last Exile Abridged, by Unwardil. As for why I'm doing this, because, for one thing, as far as I know, it hasn't been done. A commentary of a commentary, and it's meta, so really it has to be done. And for another thing, I really gotta test out this mic, which I've been desperately needing to purchase. As for why this episode or Unwardil, a lot of it has to do with that I just watched Last Exile to completion and felt like doing this. So yeah. Of course, I also like Unwardil stuff and hope he likes this and favorites it and bundles all of his crazy fans to my channel where they can probably hate my stuff, but shit, at least people will be watching my stuff. Oh, and I won't have to put Kamen Rider in the title for them to do that. Yeah, well, that's the plan anyway. Here's hoping, if nothing else, I can get used to talking in the mic. Oh, and Unwardle's fans don't eat me alive. And no one winds up posting some abridged commentary that someone else did and burn my entrails for it. Well, anyway, I'm running out of the spare time I have, so here it is. Dun 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 dun. Okay, if you don't know how an abridged commentary works, I'm going to narrate everything that happens as it happens. So, yeah, right now he's just introducing himself and, like, saying why he did the commentary and why this episode, and just the exact same kind of stuff I was saying at the start of this video. While he's talking about that, I should say he uses a lot of text gags. I know you've got like twice as much audio going on with this being a commentary of a commentary, but please just stay focused on that because this is the important stuff. The double commenting, I mean. Like, you go for the original video for the text gags and such. Rectangular? Damn it, Unwardle's just talking about how he left himself with rough active follower or something, and thinks he did well enough in spite of reviews and such, which is probably what I'm going to be telling myself once I post this. But anyway, he's moving on to explaining how in this episode not a lot of important stuff happens, which I guess makes it easier to comment on somehow. And so that's why he skipped the first four, probably. This point, he'll be going on for like 30 seconds about how his line of dialogue right here was more cleverer and sense-making than the original dialogue. To his credit, he hasn't really laughed at his own jokes or started talking like this yet. Though I kind of admittedly want to do that myself. I mean, it's not like I have anything interesting to say. He's just explaining the joke in this episode that needs the least amount of explaining. Sorry, that's probably enough of that. Maybe I'll talk like this. No, I can't do that one. Believe me, I've tried. Anyway, those guys. I think like 4 of them were voiced by Rick Hunter. Not in the abridged version, obviously, but in the Genyan dub. I'm sorry, I know I should be talking about what Unwardil's saying, but it's a pretty long episode, so bear with me. Anyway, all he said is that he likes the characters, and now he's just talking about, or to be more exact, he's going to take a deep breath and then talk about why he kept close to what the show had for dialogue with a joke later. Yeah, so far he's explained why he changed the dialogue from the show, and now he's explained why he's used some dialogue from the show. It's crazy, isn't it? Or something? Oh yeah, he used the show's dialogue to make those 2 girls seem like lesbians. Yeah. He clearly stole the idea from me, from that Immelman video that I did. This means that Unwardil has a future seeing device, like that one movie that was really bad. So he must be stopped at all costs. Get right on that, public. And we're not even halfway through. Well, right about here, there's a chicken dance that I'm really curious about, but Unwardil doesn't talk about it at all. He just explains the original scene and why he replaced it with something completely different. I don't know why he's explaining this instead of the chicken dance. The chicken dance is much more interesting, but whatever, that's the way it goes. Oh yeah, and I say chicken dance, but I really don't know what the hell Lavi was doing right there. Actually, I paused the recording to look back, and she's patting the table like a monkey or something. It's interesting he left that in, because he was just mentioning how his take on Lavi was a very strong-willed character, and I'm sorry, I know that isn't interesting at all, but he's just gonna explain his Monty Python bit right here, and I don't know what to say over it, so I'm trying to stretch this out a bit. So again, I'm sorry. Oh look, Mimi, No Freedom in Your Sky girl, who's also implied to be lesbian earlier. Actually, if someone's implied to be gay in the show, there's a 75% chance that they were on the first season of Digimon. It's true. Oh, though, as Unwardil was just explaining, that particular lesbian girl looked a lot like the main character, Klaus's mother, which I guess implies that she swings both ways through time. Yeah, think about it. Actually, please don't. Oh, where are we now? Oh, great, he's explaining his Monty Python joke again. Great. It's from Life of Brian, the end. Oh, that's right. He slips here. He does his voice. That cheating bastard. Well, you know what? You know what? Fuck it. I'm doing the rest of the commentary talking like this. You know, Mickey Mouse with a stick shoved up his butt. Look at me, I'm Unwardil, I have text gags and have an Irish accent based on saying so it is, so I do. I'm also about to say that Mullen says a line that he actually doesn't, at least not right there. And it's really gonna confuse Jolly the Old Saint when he's trying to comment over this commentary. But I don't care because I'm Unwardil and I reference books and movies and shit no one's ever heard of. I mean, seriously, you couldn't keep up with me if you read a fucking library like Bart Allen. Granted, it's not too bad in this particular episode, but I'm standing by that. Oh look, it's Captain Harlock. You'd think I'd talk about him, but I'm just gonna explain why this eye patch guy talks like a pirate. It's because he did in the show. This voice isn't hard to keep up. It's my natural voice, because I'm Unwardil, and, I'm explaining my own jokes again. Oh yeah, straight from Oedipus to Lavi Pond. Not my proudest moment. Yeah, right, I don't really care. It's over, bitch. I'm on the commentary. Just look at that guy whose sideburns ate his mustache. Wait a minute. This isn't a casual commentary. This is the kind where I explain things. Right here, I joke about a joke I did earlier about something that was in the show, but not this abridged episode. Which is odd because I never make my references to the show clear, but whatever. I'll correct myself once in a while if it makes me seem smarter, because I'm Unwardil, and I'll admit this wasn't really worth going on about. Though now there's the rest of the episode, really. They're about to shoot down a ship named Goliath, so I'm using a song with Goliath in the title. Clever, right? Beyond that, who cares? You know, normally I'm just entertained by my own speech impediment, but, for some reason I'm finding it hard to keep up today, and I really just want this over with. Maybe I should just quit now.
Now hold on, Unwardil.
Jolly the Old Saint, so the legends were true.
Indeed they were. However, you're nearing the end of your episode. You can't give up now. You have to think of something profound to say.
Like what?
You think of it. It's part of your journey.
Like, what if I'm not actually Unwardil, but you, and all this time you've just been impersonating Unwardil because you feel inadequate by comparison?
Just say penis.